Hello, and welcome back to another episode on Farming Simulator 25. It is November morning, and those clouds look a little dark. Let's see if we got some rain on the forecast. We do not. It's just going to be a cloudy day is all. December, January we got snow, and March is some rain. Alright, first thing we need to do is let's check out our bakery. And it still has some flour, which is fantastic. I went ahead and I loaded up the pallets of flour onto my trailer last night before we went ahead and advanced the month. I'm going to actually, hold on one second. Let's fly for a little bit. I want to show you a bird's eye view of what I did. So I went ahead and I painted the forest here as grass instead of actual forest with bushes, so I could see what I missed and what I didn't miss. I ran ahead and I think I pretty much chopped every tree down. There's still a few more over here that need to be chopped down. I cleared out around the little shrine here, or temple, whatever it is. And eventually I'm going to landscape and just kind of make it look cooler. I haven't really touched this area yet, so this is still plenty of wood here. I chopped down most of these, but looks like some of them are still up. It was hard to see with all the trees down. And I haven't touched anything in this area here. But it took a long time to run around and cut everything down. I dragged some trees in, completely filled up the sawmill. Actually, let's fly down and let's see what we have left here. We still have a tree in there. And we have plenty of pallets, which is nice. With that out of the way, that was the big amount of work I did off camera. I also landscaped a little bit, kind of just smoothed some stuff out a little bit. Especially along the cliff's edge here, there were a lot of, like, I don't know, huge indentations. I smoothed out some of our grass field here a little bit so that I want to extend this field kind of almost to the border of the forest. We can get a lot more workable land off of that, and I'm not sure if I want to create another field here. I don't know. I do know that these rocks can be destroyed with a skid steer and a rock breaker, and then if I cut all these trees down, I end up getting, a pretty decent sized field here all the way up to the road. Especially if I kind of, cover all of that to where these trees begin. But that's all stuff way down the road. Or, actually, I'd rather use that for fields and then give up some of this, some of our fields here as production site areas or sheds or something else. Alright, let's get out of the flight. And now we're back to normal people. I went ahead and left my forklift because I knew I was going to need load up a few more pallets. So I think what I will do is I will go ahead and load up the rest of these pallets onto the trailer, and I'll bring them down to the bakery, and I'll see you when we get there. back. We're just about over to the bakery. We have 28 pallets of flour and 6 pallets of rice flour, and it's quite a bit. I think we've reached a point where I don't need to refill it every day, so that's kind of a good thing. That's all of them. Nice. Sorry, I'm going to back up here and try to get out of this area as the easiest way possible. But since I suck at driving one of these big trucks, apparently it's not so easy. There we go. This guy wants to go where I'm going. I took out the sign. I tried. New driver on the road. Alright, so we dropped off our pallets of flour, and like I was saying earlier before I got distracted by driving, I believe we made enough flour, and we've loaded up enough flour into the bakery that I don't need to deliver it every day anymore. And that's kind of nice, because I can just kind of pack it on, load it up on this trailer, and then, drop it off every other month, or maybe every 2 months, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. We'll keep an eye on that, and just kind of keep loading up the flour pallets as we get them. That monstrous hill right before our farm is pretty darn steep. It's more like a jump than an actual hill. Alright, let me go ahead and just park this here again so we can load it up easily. And I figure if I stay on top of kind of loading it, periodically throughout the day, kind of like I do with the pallets for the mushrooms and the lettuce, then it won't be such a big chore. It's much easier to load up, 3 to 4 pallets at a time than it is to load up 15. Alright, so next thing I need to do is I need to check the granary. We are done with the barley, so let's deactivate that. And we're done with the rice, so let's deactivate that as well. That's good stuff. We need to check to see if we have weeds on field number 6 or 1. So let's take a quick look at that. They're saying no. Let's just visit it. 90% yield bonus, no weeds, it's saying. What about the other one? Ooh, 100% yield bonus and no weeds. What's the difference? Is this because I had to lime this field and the other ones I didn't lime because I didn't request it? So lime, based on what I've been able to look up, when you lime a field, it's supposed to boost its yield by 15%. But I guess every month it reduces its effectiveness. So if I want to keep it at 100%, I'd have to lime every month. That's going to be expensive. Alright, so we dropped off our flour. We checked the field for weeds. You know what? Let's see if our tractor has come in on sale. There's a lot of stuff here. And that is a fantastic tractor. I wish I could afford it. I could, but then I wouldn't have enough to buy the fields that I want to expand for the spring. So I'm just going to say no. I'm going to be strong. Let's see how our greenhouses are doing. We could use a little bit of water in that. We'll do that really quick. Doesn't take very long. I think after we park this, what I want to do is I want to take a quick look and see if there's anything we can sell this month. I don't know if November is one of those months where we have anything that's really kind of, its best sell date. I'm looking forward to selling all the lettuce. That should be a decent amount. Alright, let's take a quick look. So we have bread. Bread is going to be, I want to say it's December. Yeah, so next month. Next month should be pretty nice. What else do we have? How much bread do we have? We have 12 in storage, plus I think 6 in the trigger. So that's not bad. That'll be a nice little bit of income next month. We have the greenhouses, so that's the lettuce. Lettuce, I want to say, is January? Yeah, so a couple months for that, which is fine. It just gives us a chance to make some more lettuce. What else we got? We got mushrooms, which is the enoki. That's January. And the oyster mushrooms. That's January as well. I don't think we have anything else except for wood planks and stuff. Oh, we have the wood chips. That's January, so January's gonna be pretty darn busy. We have, what is it? The corn flour, the maize flour, right? Yeah, maize flour. Well, that's January as well. So January should be a pretty epic month for us. Planks is June. Long planks is April, but December is a good price for that. I don't know if that affects the temple that much, but whatever, we can wait an extra month and then drop it off in December. And wood beams are still actually a pretty good price right now at 10K a pop. We'll drop them off in December too. I mean, whatever, it won't drop that much. It'll still stay high. So I don't think we have anything else to sell on our farm at the moment. We just don't really have enough different productions going to keep us busy every month for now. Let's check the silage really quick. I think this should be completely fermented, so we can probably sell the silage now. Yep, everything is completely fermented. Sweet, let's make a little bit of money. And I think the straw is next month. Let's see. Yeah, straw is in December. I don't know where I'm going. I need to get to the tractor. Drop that off there for now. It's kind of weird having grass everywhere. It's just, there's all these bushes and everything everywhere that would kind of close off your line of sight. And it's kind of nice to just be able to be like, oh, hey, sweet, that's where the road's at. All right, we'll do another quick time lapse of me loading the silage bales and running to sell them. Here we are, almost back to the biogas. Last time I took this little shortcut between the fields, but it ended up not being that big of a shortcut, so I was like, this time I'll follow the road. I wasn't really quite sure where to drop off the silage bales or where the the trigger was. I'm glad I was able to figure it out, but I wasn't able to get all the bales in there at one time, so I have no idea how much we actually made for that first load. When it comes time to edit this, I'll add everything together and see what that first load really equaled. So many triggers everywhere. I was like, was this the one? So let's see, we got 5 of them. So 5 of them are worth 10 grand, so basically 2 grand a pop, huh? So it's not bad. We had what, 24 bales in the first one, so 48,000. We'll see how close my guess was. It wasn't much of a guess, it was just math. So if the price is somewhat consistent around that, and we can expect around $2,000 per bale of silage, and we can pull out about 29 bales per cut, so we're looking at, what is that, 56,000 per cut twice per year, so 112,000 per year. It's not bad at all. I will see you when we get back to the yard. Welcome back. Went ahead and parked our auto stacker, brought our white tractor back up to the yard, dropped off the hoe, because I think I'm going to run a couple contracts. We don't really have much else to do in November. I've done everything that I can on our fields. Everything should be fully fertilized, except for the rice fields, where they'll get fully fertilized as we plant. We don't have any weeds left. We don't need to do really anything else. Our sawmills are fully loaded. So let's take a look at some contracts. I was tempted to run, I was tempted to run a couple harvesting contracts. I actually enjoy doing them, but like they kind of take a while, and there's really, the only one I was really interested in was either the cotton, because I know that's always profitable, and the corn, because hopefully we can get some extra corn. But this is a small field. If it was one of the bigger fields, I definitely would have hopped on that. So instead, we're going to do a little bit of hoeing. It's pretty quick, it's fast, and it's just easy money. So we're going to start with field number 4, and depending on how long that takes, we might do one of these other smaller fields as well. So we'll accept it. We won't borrow anything because we have our own. And we'll head over there and not crash. We'll head over there, knock that out really quick, and like I said, if there's still time, I might do another one. If not, and I feel like the video is going to be long enough, we'll just leave it at the end of that. So I'll see you guys when we're done. welcome back. We just finished this contract here, and I was having a think as I was running that, and I came to the decision that there's no reason for me to run a bunch of contracts because there's nothing else to do this month, when I can just advance the month into December and we can start selling some of our products. I think that'd be a much better use of our time, though obviously, and I'll take that right now, I am happy about completing this and making a quick 14,000. So I'm not going to say no to that. That was welcome income. But we'll head back over to our farm. We'll advance the month into December. And in December, we have the bread to sell. And then I think it was the straw as well. I don't think I think the corn flour, the maize, was in January. January seems like it's our huge selling month. And I'll meet you back at the farm. We'll do a quick little jump cut. All right, here we are back at the farm. Let's go ahead and rest and advance the month. All right, December. Let's see if our tractor came in. It did not. That is unfortunate. We're going to head straight to the bakery. I don't think we need to load up any of the flour pallets. Let's double check just in case. Grain mill has 14 pallets to load up. But there's 22 pallets of flour in there, so that's plenty. We're good. And let's check the price real quick. Bread is... I'm assuming it's the best price. No, it just changed to January. What the heck is that? Okay, so no bread today. Is straw still on No, that changed to January as well. The farmer's market has bread selling for $58, which is almost $100 more than the price of January's, but it's still going up, so let's just obviously let it sit there and wait. Now I feel I need to go down through everything yet again and make sure nothing else has changed on us. Yep, enoki is January, flour is January, but we're not selling any of our flour. Honey is in March. Lettuce is January. Maize flour is right now. See, that was supposed to be January. So the farmer's market is going up, but our kiosk is going down, and our kiosk has a better price right now. We'll just get rid of this maize. Actually, wait a minute. Maize flour can be sold at... I thought the only place I could sell it was our flour selling station. Alright, so if that works out, and we can sell this flour at our kiosk, we're going to make more profit. We get that 20% boost from the kiosk and the farmer's market. So let's sell one of the pallets at the kiosk and see if that's true or not. And if that is, we're going to just bring them all there right now. Alright, so let's see. Maize flour, $30.71 at a small kiosk. Probably shouldn't have packed them so close together. Well, I kind of did that in the hope of being able to pick up 2 stacks at a time, but I don't know if this forklift can do it or not. We shall find out. Alright, so $36.86 compared to the $30.72. Oh my gosh. Yes, please. Here's the last of the stack, and this ended up being way more profitable than it should have been, but I'm happy to take it. Okay, let's see what else is selling. So let's see, the maize flour is all gone now. I mean, it's a pretty nice profit off of that. Let's see, oyster is January, planks is still June, long planks is April. Silage we already sold. Well, wood beams is at a pretty decent price right now. I thought they were supposed to drop December, but it looks like not. Wood chips is still January. So that means long planks is decent. So why don't we go ahead and hop back onto our trailer and we'll head up to our sawmill. And straw was next month, right? Yeah, January. Well, I think after we sell the wood, we're going to take a shortcut here between our fields, I should say, not through them. After we sell the wood planks, we should have enough to buy a new farm. Well, depending on how much wood planks there are, but it should be a decent amount. Let's see if we can get rid of this tree here. Nice. So there's an extra 10,000 planks, or 10 planks behind these pallets here. That's the most we've ever had, you know, loading up at one time. Long planks are filled up, and the wood beams almost are as well. I think this will be our last time lapse. I'll go ahead and load up all these pallets. I'm not really sure if we'll have enough time to go sell them as well, or if I should just stop here and then load them up on the beginning of the next episode. Actually, I think that'd be a good idea. So we'll go ahead and stop the episode here. This looks like a pretty good spot to end. And the next episode, we'll pick up from here, load all the wood pallets, go sell them, do whatever else we need to do in December, advance to January, sell a lot of stuff, and then we can buy some new farmland. Before I do that, just one more time, let me just double check to make sure that I am so glad I checked. There it is. Awesome. So let's customize this again. We want the full power. We want, which one was it that went by? There we go. Front weights, yes. Beacon light, yes. Monitors, all of them. Quick hitch, yes. Yes for the front extras. And yes, show all the decals. Perfect. So this is going to cost us $49,000. Awesome. Well, I'm glad we checked before we stop the episode. Let's do a quick recap on the finances. So let's do October. I don't think we did October or November. So October, let's see, vehicle running cost of $837, so we repaired a bunch of our vehicles. Some property maintenance, production cost. Property maintenance has stayed about the same. Production has kind of been ramping up, but with finishing 2 of the grains, that's going to be lowering itself down a little bit until we find other stuff to start producing. In October, we sold a little bit of the rice saplings. We made a little bit of money, helped cover the cost of the property maintenance. We refilled 2 of our tractors, so there went a little bit of money for that. Also bought some fertilizer and seeds, so there went some more money. And we used a worker for a little bit in October as well. That's not bad. November, same thing, property income and production cost stayed about the same. Production cost is starting to go a little bit lower. We sold the bales, so $58,249 for those silage bales. That's fantastic. Yeah, like I said, I'm happy to do that twice per year. Made another $14,000, just a little bit over it from that contract. Made $92,000 so far this month, purely from the maize flour. That's great. And when in next episodes when we sell the wood, that should be at least another $200,000 there. That's awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a great day.